April 26, 2019 was a huge day in pop culture history. It was huge for the fact that Avengers Endgame came out, the epic conclusion to the Infinity Saga story arc. Highly anticipated to the highest degree, people were avoiding spoilers to go in fresh to witness the final chapter of the wait a minute, this isn't what I'm talking about. April 26, 2019 was also the day that the first single of the album Lover came out. Lover was inspired by the fans that lifted Taylor up and recovered her mental health after the controversies and the fake rumors. This was a Taylor that was brand new, loving her life, her new artistic freedom, her new image in which she was vulnerable, and was willing to showcase her strengths as a singer/songwriter. She was also able to own her previous records due to her signing to Universal Music Group instead of Scooter Braun. Yeah, screw Scooter Braun. Me and my homies dislike Scooter Braun. Okay, I don't know him that much other than him being a manager. But the first single of Lover was titled Me. Wow, Taylor is really leaning on her new foundation. Okay, Me by Taylor Swift is about embracing one's individuality and also creating self-love and appreciation. That's really cool. But why is there a featured artist here? Wait a minute, it's Brendon Urie of Panic at the Disco. They really labeled it like that? Oh my goodness. Do I have to give a timeline on Panic at the Disco also? Here goes. Brendon Urie was born. Their first album came out and was a commercial success, with one song specifically being the band's trademark song.
I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of? Closing damn door, no.
Their second album came out, which I think is actually kind of underrated, by the way.
Into a place where thoughts can bloom. Into a room.
Their third album released alongside two members departing the group. The pressure of being a band. Their fourth album, Too Weird to Live, Too Rare to Die, came out, which I think is pretty good, by the way, even with their sound becoming more pop-centered. But that theater core vibe was still there. Yeah, you're worse than nicotine. Nicotine. This was a hard year for the band. Drummer Spencer Smith and bassist Dylan Weeks departed from the band. This left Brendon Urie to be the only member of the group, as he holds on to the name of Panic at the Disco as to keep familiarity to his image. He has the name, but not the band. Brendon Urie, I meant Panic at the Disco, dropped Death of a Bachelor. Yeah, I remember this album being pretty big at that time.
Taking back the crown. I'm all dressed up and naked. I see what's mine and take it.
Damn, where does the time go?
I do it all for a limit. Didn't know how, but I always visit.
Panic at the Disco dropped Pray for the Wicked, which gained some of their biggest songs since I Write Sins Not Tragedies, for better or for worse.
Had to have high hopes for a living. Shooting for the stars, but I couldn't make a killing.
Overall, I think Panic at the Disco is a pretty good band, and for the flaws of Brendon Urie, he is a good vocalist and singer. But even with that, one comment that I saw on social media said that it sounds like Brendon Urie sings at gunpoint, and that is honestly hilarious. But yeah, now to our main event. Brendon Urie of Panic at the Disco, that is such a funny way to label this. Panic is only just the Brendon Urie solo act. Alongside that, I'm not gonna lie, having Taylor Swift and Brendon Urie together is honestly a great pairing. It's like PB&J, with Taylor being the PB. But let's go back to 2019. It was that long ago this came out? And let's take a listen to Me by the one and only Taylor Swift. The first thing that is shown is a snake. That is so genius. This video has me right away. a snake, aka her reputation era, blossoming into an end, blossoming into butterflies.
Calme-toi, s'il te
Je ne
plaît.
peux pas te parler comme t'es comme ça.
Tu en fais vraiment trop.
Comment oses-tu? Et devant nos filles, en plus. Nos filles, en plus.
Calme-toi, s'il te plaît.
Je suis calme.
Give Brendon Urie that Oscar. That was such raw emotion, delivered through Bebo. So theater core. Give Taylor an Oscar also.
Je suis calme.
Brendon Urie is so goofy.
I promise that you'll never find another like me. I know that I'm a handful, baby. I know I never think before I jump. And you're the kind of guy the ladies want. And there's a lot of cool chicks out there.
Interesting.
I know that I went psycho on the phone. I never leave well enough alone. And trouble's gonna follow where I go. And
A Cloud 8 Taylor Swift. Woo. The visual effects in this video go crazy.
one of these things is not like the others. Like a rainbow with all of the colors. Baby doll when it comes to a lover. Me, I'm the only one of me. Baby, that's the fun of me.
That is a chorus.
You're the only one of you. Baby, that's the fun of you. And I promise that nobody's gonna love you like me.
Okay, before Brendon Urie jumps out of that window, I gotta say this definitely has a different tone than her last album. I think this era was pretty much Taylor coming to terms with herself and appreciating herself, appreciating her flaws, and shouting. I mean, that's a good thing to say, even though it sounds like a cat poster. And also, it sounds like Michael Jackson wrote the chorus.
Like me.
So theater core.
I know I tend to make it about me. I know you never get just what you see.
The lighting on him is so weird too. Like, Bebo looks so shiny and also green screened.
And when we had that fight out in the rain, you ran after me and called my name.
Bro, what are these effects? Is her dress disintegrating?
I never wanna see you walk away.
Pause!
Let me see those guys. Oh my god, this guy's cheekbones go crazy. Yo, who brought back Mozart? Oh my god, that smile's gonna haunt my dreams. This video is very scary.
Cause one of these things is not like the others. Living
Pause!
Oh my god! Don't pause at any frame in this video. Oh my god, it looks like I'm joking throughout this video, but I genuinely think the song sounds catchy enough. And Taylor and Brendon have decent chemistry, but it's not the greatest written in terms of Taylor Swift songs.
baby doll when it comes to a lover. I promise that you'll never find another like me.
Oh, we're in Brendon Urie's heart. Oh wow.
I'm the only one of me. Let me keep you company.
I mean, the outfits on these two look pretty fly. Taylor got that fly style.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
You're the only one of you.
Damn, the crowd is getting more hyped than the beat itself.
Baby, that's the fun of you.
Ooh, the chemistry is there. It's spicy. Oh god, it isn't.
Hey kids.
Spelling is fun.
Pardon?
Hey kids.
Spelling is fun.
Okay, this might be the first pop song in existence that has a PBS Kids feature. But funny enough, though, Taylor would then remove this line in the album version of this song due to fans saying how random it is. I think, honestly, it gives personality, okay? Taylor was an elementary spelling bee champion. Literally. It gives personality. Now listen to the spelling lesson.
Girl, there ain't no I-N-T.
But you know there is a me.
Oh my god, that really does sound like a motivational poster.
Strike the band of 1, 2, 3.
I promise that you'll never find another like me.
God damn, the choreography go insane.
But you know there is a me.
You can't spell awesome without me.
Brendon Urie is such a character.
I promise that you'll never find a
Pause!
Oh my god. Never pause in this video. I am not going to talk about this.
I'm the only one of me.
Oh shit, dog. We're gonna feel the rainbow.
Baby, that's the fun of me.
Actually, this shot is pretty cool. I actually really like this shot. It gives me a La La Land kind of vibe.
Baby, that's the fun of me. You're the only one of you. Baby, that's
Ooh, Taylor slayed that hit.
the fun of you. And I promise that nobody's gonna love you like me.
Yes, Taylor.
spelling is fun.
Girl, there ain't no I-N-T.
But you know there is a me.
This video has good choreography and good acting for the most part, but even with that, the visual effects definitely exist. I keep expecting MODOK to show up.
Not from me, and not from him.
Pause! You're the only one of you. Baby, that's the fun of you.
This is such a crazy video. It's in the aesthetic, the empowering you can do it song.
And I promise that nobody's gonna let
Pause!
Oh my god, these freeze frames. They look like they're about to eat me. That someone animated that shot. Me, for the most part, is harmless, fun, and inspirational, depending on the listener. I don't even mind it that much. Honestly, I find the concept of it a lot funnier than anything. Like Taylor Swift and Brendon Urie in this kind of pop song together. I wonder what a Taylor Swift-Brendon Urie collab would be back in like 2009. I think in some way it would have probably been a banger song. At least, I think so. But Me is a bubblegum pop song that is decent enough. It gets a 7 out of 10. But for the most part, the album Lover is really good. I like that record a lot. This song specifically actually wasn't as popular in terms of chart performance. But when Lover came out, Taylor was finally in a good spotlight from fans and critics. So I think after all the trouble within her Reputation era, she was finally in a good light. But even with that, something would then happen the next year, but in a completely different way. Obviously, when you look at this year, I think you know exactly what happened. A pandemic hit and nobody was prepared for it. Regardless, it was a sad year for everybody. But in July of 2020, Taylor would then drop Folklore, which is more of a different direction than the usual pop route she was taking. But Folklore would end up having the best reception out of any of her albums. That album would eventually put her in a higher position within pop culture and solidify her status as a great singer/songwriter. As 2020 would go into 2021, and every year until then, Taylor would drop a new project alongside a re-recording of her previous albums, titled Taylor's Versions, to release. That is dedication right there. I mean, I could only imagine dropping that many albums. But Taylor is in a more comfortable space in which she owns all the things that she's created and is willing to go into bigger positions, such as filmmaking. Taylor has actually expressed an interest in filmmaking. I just know that I will be there for her films. About a decade ago, I thought Taylor Swift was just a famous pop star, but a decade later, I have a very different view of her. She honestly inspires me, kind of with her being an icon and as an artist. Taylor has went through many phases, or in this case eras, that portrays her and her struggles in being in the spotlight, and the people that she has had beef with for the longest time, even with the whole Reputation era and what she was viewed from at that time. But she overcame those bad points in her career and always comes back fearless and strong. And as of now, I would probably say she's unstoppable. Taylor is a great songwriter, a great public figure, an inspiration to many people. It is no freaking wonder her concert film is literally selling out tickets. So, Me really was just the beginning of something better down the way. Oh, wait. What happened to Brendon Urie? Huh. There must have been something that happened the year after.
Here are little ones
Yes. After a long time, Panic, I meant Brendon Urie, dropped Viva Las Vengeance, which I thought was actually a pretty good album. That kind of felt like a mixture of old and new Panic. The title track is literally a banger song, by the way.
Living the dream. Shut up and go to bed. She said, "Viva Las Vegas."
But the album wasn't really that popular, but fans and critics seemed to like it fine. But goddamn if Brendon Urie wasn't trying his hardest to keep that Panic name afloat. Until it didn't. Nothing really bad happened the next year. It's just that Brendon Urie had a child with his wife, so he decided within that to discontinue Panic at the Disco. Yeah, that's really it. So long, Panic. We appreciate all that you have done, for better or for worse. Brendon Urie announces his solo music career. But yeah, Panic at the Disco was a cool band. I will miss those Panic days, not gonna lie. But back to Taylor. I really have said as much as I thought I would say at this point. I have had this review in development for so long, since about last year. But within time passing by, I think it was best for this to come out this year, because it really gave me a whole epiphany on Taylor Swift, her image, and where we are at now, which is literally in theaters. If this video came out last year, it would have probably have been really different in terms of what my channel was like last year. So I'm glad I finally made it this year. If you liked what you have seen here, please like and subscribe for more great content in my channel. And y'all have a nice day. See ya.